Hand. Fingers. What's up, Pools? We're back today and we have another collecting video for you for the love of collecting. I'm Caden.
I'm Caston. And what are we, I'm excited for what we're talking about, but what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about my newest item to my collection, and it is a sword from a very awesome anime and manga that we both very much enjoy.
Oh, yeah. And sword collecting, is such a cool, thing to collect, or item to collect. I mean, makes us kind of weebs, but...
Every man has a sword in his collection.
Right? Every man should have a sword in his collection. But in today's video, it's going to be one of our more side piece collections. We'll go through a lot of different collections throughout our videos, but today we're going to have a specific dedication to a sword from, as Caden said, our favorite manga and anime.
Demon Slayer.
God, I love Demon Slayer so...
Oh, yeah.
So much.
Almost. Anyways, would you like to introduce who the sword belongs to?
Yes. And forgive me, my pronunciation on Japanese names is terrible. So if you roast me in the comments, I would understand. But just be gentle. I'm a sensitive soul. Don't shake your head. So the sword belongs to Kokushibo, right?
Yes.
Kokushibo. Every time I want to go Shiba, it just feels right to go Shiba, but
Shiba sounds better than Shibo for some reason.
It really
Especially
does.
with its Kokushibo.
Kokushibo.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Kokoshibo. I feel like I do. Shibu. Anyways, that guy.
Here.
The Upper Moon is who we're going to be talking about, and, well, more showcasing his sword today.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Cool.
And this is a replica sword.
Yeah, just for display.
Yep, replica display sword. It is not battle ready by any means, but it still is a very beautiful sword.
Oh, yeah. I love how the green and the pink and purples all kind of contrast each other. And then it shows right here, specifically on the handle, you can see all the eyeballs going through the green and the little diamonds over the eyes. Kind of makes it even more of an eye shape. Just looks really cool to me. And then all along the sheath has eyes as well, with the little lightning and almost like veins going through them.
Yeah. And his sword is so hard to replicate. In the manga, because we haven't seen him yet in the anime.
We've seen him. We just haven't seen his sword.
Yeah, that's true.
He hasn't fought or done anything significant yet.
That's true, yeah. We definitely have seen him.
Hopefully that changes, though, in this upcoming movie that's going to be airing in September.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
Go get your tickets, guys.
Not sponsored. But we have not seen a lot of this character. And we've not got to really understand his backstory. So we're going to leave a good chunk of who he is out and focus a lot more on the sword today. But as I was mentioning earlier, we haven't even seen his sword yet. But I've seen it in the manga. And I feel like it's a very hard sword to replicate because it's got so many small details, and those details are these eyes, including these eyes along the blade and trying to get it to translate from an artist's depiction to an actual real life thing is very difficult. But I feel like this is a very well done model of it.
Another really difficult thing is, I've seen pictures. I haven't read the manga. I've seen pictures, though. The sword that he has actually has different blades coming off of the original blade. Yeah. So it starts jagged coming out off the sides and kind of makes it even more unique to him and his style and everything. So just having the original blade is really cool, but to make the actual, like, what is it, evolved form of the sword is almost impossible.
Yeah.
Unless you have, I don't know, it in a case rather than a sheath. So, yeah.
Yeah. I bet you somebody out there will recreate it at some
definitely.
point.
Yeah.
Because it is a really cool design and it fits well with his style of breathing, which I won't mention just because I don't want spoilers, because I think it's kind of a like fun introduction when you learn about it, you know, so I don't want to do any spoilers, but it fits very well with his breathing.
Yeah, and which I actually didn't know what it was until I started doing more research and seeing the pictures and all that stuff. But then as soon as I saw what it was, I was like, that makes a lot of sense with all the other demons and what they're called and all that stuff. So
Yep.
it's awesome. It's pretty cool.
Very well thought out. Very well thought out character. So let's show off this blade itself. You want to help me out here, Kaden?
Yeah.
You grab the blade, I grab the sheath. Also, I don't know if with katanas, is sheaths have a different name, but I believe they're just called sheaths. But I could be wrong. Somebody who's, well, a bit more versed in katanas would probably lecture me.
Yeah. And again, just kind of going into how detailed it is, how they got all these eyes almost perfectly placed and symmetric with the black on top and then the purple in between and the eyes, the yellow, the reds, all that stuff with the veins and stuff. Just kind of goes to show how detailed they make the replicas of mangas and animes. And this one specifically because I feel like this one has such a detailed design, yes. Such a detailed design that they really put a lot of work and effort into it to kind of show what he had on his sword and really make it stand out.
Yeah, and it's so hard to try and create replicas from anime and manga and bring it into real life, because a lot of times it may take more resources than they are able to procure
Yeah.
at the moment. And I like what this blade does in specific, because it's not like a break the bank type of blade. It's a very, I wouldn't say beginner, like entry level blade by any means, but it's definitely not one that's like you got to go get custom made and it's going to cost you thousands upon thousands of dollars.
It was still a pretty penny, but nothing bank breaking, of course.
Yeah.
So,
but it's definitely got a lot more like grit and structure to it than a lot of blades that you would see at, say, a Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. It is a full tang blade. So the blade itself does come all the way down, and then they have this little pin.
The wooden pins.
Yeah, the pins that go through it. I don't know if you can see very well on the camera.
But if not, we'll show you in the hero shots.
Yeah, somewhere right here, there's a little pin that goes actually all the way through. And then they have the wrap actually wrapped so that it goes around that pin and stuff. So it is a lot more of a heavy duty blade. It's not cheaply made. It's a pretty nice blade in itself. So there is that.
I feel like they did a good job. I feel like they nailed the essence. Because sometimes with the turning anime blades from their inspiration into an actual like thing that we can hold and handle, they got to take some creative liberties, right? Like having it one for one is a very hard task, especially with blades like this, because I do believe that the eyes on the blade are actually like sunken in a little bit, and they are like, I don't know how
etched in,
almost, but almost as if the blade itself was living.
Oh, I see.
And each eye was a specific part of the blade looking out in a way. And that would be very hard to do.
I imagine that ties in with his power or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's something I don't know a whole lot about, and so it'll be cool to see what happens coming up in the movies that are coming out.
Oh my god. I'm so excited for all those movies. Demon Slayer has been a very top-notch anime and manga in my opinion. Like, it's very good because it's very basic.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people give it shade because it feels like it's not very complex or anything, but a good story with a good foundation is
Yeah, it
winner
doesn't
in my
always
book.
have to have that huge reveal or complexity or mystery to it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there is some mystery. Like, there's a lot of stuff that we've seen that we're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why is it like that? Why did they leave us like that?
Yeah. Every time they end a season, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
But I am excited to see this sword in action in the upcoming movies. It will be fun to see his power showcased and to let the animators, how do I pronounce their ufotable? The animators, they do Fate Stay Night.
Yeah, I don't know if it's, I don't know.
Ufotable? Probably
Sure.
pronouncing that
Ofu
very wrong.
table.
Awful table. But very good animators because they did Fate Stay Night. That is their like bread and butter. They've picked up Demon Slayer obviously, and you can see that in a lot of the fights. But I can't wait to see what they do in movie with these upcoming fights. Like they're just going to put so much effort and make them the best that they possibly can be.
Oh, yeah.
So, but there's this blade, and we will show you up close hero shots of this blade coming right up. So stick around for that. But until then, thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Till next time.